We try to look at current events all the time, and so I wanted them to engage with the municipal election. And although school board trustees maybe don't interest a lot of the general public, their decisions have a big impact on these kids. So we started there. I asked them to figure out which ward they were in and who their candidates were, and we started talking about some of the issues, and the issue of high school space, being that they are grade 9 students, was one that really resonated with a lot of them. So we looked at an article and some statistics, and one of the students said, "We should write to those trustees. These are some bad ideas." So since we have to study business letter writing anyway in language arts, I thought, why not give them a real context to write letters?
I wrote my letter to MLA Christina Gray, and I said that, well, I expressed my concerns about how few Chinese bilingual programs there are in schools in Edmonton, because the closest one to my house is an hour bus ride away, and then my high school that I'm going to next year is even worse than that.
I wrote to David Egan, the Minister of Education, and Ken Gibson, the trustee for Ward E, and I wrote to them about the GSA Act that was to inform parents that their child joined their school's GSA. I saw this as a really big problem because it's something I'm very passionate about, and I have many personal relations with people who are part of the LGBT community, and I know that this act would put them in danger for sure, and I really didn't want to see my friends getting hurt by this.
Another proposed thing was to take night classes, where if you want to try to make social connections, it's really hard if a lot of your friends are going in the mornings and you have to take night school, or if the sports teams are in the afternoon, but your afternoon is when you're in school.
I wrote to Bridget Sterling, the candidate for the Edmonton School Board trustee in my ward, and I asked about an increase of funding towards STEM programs in junior highs. A lot of jobs involve STEM, and there's not very much funding to match up for that, and I think that that's important that we get that.
I think kids need to be much more well informed about these issues, because these are what are happening in the present and could very well affect them in the coming future.